Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. So in regards to the executive orders that Donald Trump has been signing, I'm rather alarmed that on the first day that he was made president, after his inauguration, that he didn't sign an executive order to build the 10 cities for the homeless that he promised to build if he was going to be made president, which he was. And he promised it somewhere between a year and 2 years ago. I've seen a YouTube video where he makes that promise. In fact, I'll put it on the screen as the main picture for this video. It's very sad that people don't take doing what's right seriously. When people don't take God seriously enough to judge people by their content, their character, to come into the divine order, to do what is right. They don't take God seriously enough to not gang stalk people during the same period of time when every church you can think of, so to speak, is saying that it's the end times and the mark of the beast is here and so on and so forth. And they come up with all kinds of ridiculous arguments. But at the end of the day, look at the trajectory of humanity. Why would you reproduce? You want your kids to be hooked to a machine? The DeepSeek, OpenAI, or whatever Microsoft is coming up with. Which AI computer, supercomputer, do you want your children hooked up to? Which child molester do you want to molest your damn children? Because I don't understand why you people are so stupid that you're still reproducing. How could you hate God and yourself and your family so much that you keep reproducing? You keep doing what the government says. You keep doing what the governing class says. That's very sick. Those who reproduce, to me, are worse than child molesters. Okay? Why would you have kids? You're trying hard to make sure they're the ones molesting the children and not being molested. And if you removed all the child molestation, you are drunk off the blood of countless people that you've massacred. The best of humanity, other than myself, my parents, were massacred resisting colonialism. They were massacred before that, resisting evil men in other ways. They fought to the death. When you ask yourself what type of person picks up a weapon and fights to the death and what type of person says, "Yes, sir, right away, massa," it should be straightforward to you, regardless of a race. From every race they did it. They all bent over for the colonists, for the feudal lords, for the communists, for the fascists, the white army, the red army, you name it. They shrank to fit. They conformed to fit. And to fit into what? A mass rape society where there's almost 8 billion people on the planet and nobody has the heart to obey God through me? So my parents are blameless, but they don't obey God through me. And no one has the heart to obey, not a single person. What kind of worm would want to reproduce on that planet? Where Trump, I came across a video and I was in the annotations, he claimed that Biden added $8 trillion to debt. I don't know if it's true. I'm guessing Biden added somewhere around $5 trillion, maybe 5.5, because during the latter part of the campaign when they had the debates, right, somewhere, not too long ago on the timeline, they said he only added 4.6 or something trillion to the debt and Trump added 8.4. Now, I didn't vote for Kamala Harris. I didn't support Black Lives Matter. I didn't support, trannies in sports, gender-neutral bathrooms. Didn't support Trump. Okay. I don't get very much involved in politics. My interest is social issues and actually trying to solve things. Not some political game where people are raped and killed and no one cares, where they giggle and act like frat boys and tell people to shun the top martial arts ever possible. People who are tail tucked. When I say, hey, simple question. None of you can answer it. To this day, no one has even attempted to give me a straight answer. If the top martial artist ever possible is not the ideal man, who the fuck is? The real life version of Mario and Luigi? From the Mario Brothers? Who? Ben Bernanke? Elon Musk? Who would it be? Tesla? Who? Einstein? Who would it be? Now, when you look at this situation, the best you can say for the inhabitants of the earth who are screwed after my flesh dies no matter what, but the best you can say to try to help them out or say, hey, you say, well, you're talking to the people who are the offspring of those who were afraid to fight their oppressor to the death. They weren't from the top martial arts line. They had no real excuse for being here still and reproducing. These people are craftsmen. They're nerds. They're afraid. They're probably shivering right now under a blanket, whether the military or they're whatever they do, right? They're some hacker or some contractor. They're probably shivering under a blanket right now at the thought of actually having to man up for once in their lives. So when you look at this situation, yes, I don't expect people, excuse me, let me rewind here. I do expect people to do the right thing, but I don't think that they will. It's required, it's demanded of them. God commands them to do it. But do I think that they're going to do that? Do I set my clock at by the thought of them doing that? No. I've said it the whole time. I made it predictions I put on my wall in 2021 when I predicted that they wouldn't pass the War on Poverty plan. They didn't. When they wouldn't just put a little money aside every year to end homelessness, they didn't do that either. I said they wouldn't rally to me. I said women would keep shunning me. They did. I made thousands of videos since 21, maybe 2,000, 3,000 videos since 2021. It's 2025 now. Maybe 4,000 videos, something like that, on TikTok, on YouTube. I tried talking to countless females. They kept shunning me. Now, what do you call females from all over the world, attractive females who don't understand that the top martial artist is an ideal man, is the ideal man, the top martial artist ever possible, and rather date someone else? It's not exactly the wife of a true hero in the making or something. Not exactly Juliet. Not exactly the Virgin Mary. We're talking cowards. The reason why they're called chickens. Now, in order to not break the rules on YouTube, I'm not going to go on and on about how disappointed I am by attractive females, which I think is not quite breaking the rules, but I'm going to play it safe here. Not that I should have to follow the rules. I'm Jesus, right? But not that this society is smart and mature and disciplined and wise and insightful and sense-filled enough to respect that and let me say what I want. Because it's not one nation under God. It's not one planet under God. You all worship the devil. When the devil changes the laws, you follow the crowd. When God gives you commands, your tail tucked, shivering under the blanket like a fucking bitch.